Hello everyone, it's Mr. Hutton here. Today we're going to be developing our hand-drawn designs that we did previously into a final design. Now, with everything engineering based or design based, there never really is a final design. It doesn't happen. There is an intended design, an intended final design, but 9 times out of 10 you'll have to compromise, you'll have to change your ideas. Things change, sizes change, budgets change, people change, and you need to have a degree of flexibility in designs so that when you come to make this soon, you've got everything you need. So today, go with the idea that this is an idea that I can take forward to the next stage, but it's not my final design. It's something that I can take forward. Now today we're not going to be drawing to scale. Before we've done the sketches, we did them with a ruler, which is great. Today we're not going to use any scale. We're going to try and just capture our intended drawing, and then we're going to consider measurements later. Okay, so we're going to do a basic idea of scale, but we're not going to be drawing to millimeters today. We will be later. Now, first of all, I've got myself an A3 piece of paper, and I've got a ruler and a pencil. Most importantly, I've got my rubber as well, so I've got all the tools I need. First of all, we're going to be using the bottom edge of the paper just to kind of establish more or less where my bridge is going to be. So I'm going to, again, I'm very faint lines here. I'm not pushing on very hard, just indicating more or less where my bridge is going to be. I'm going to use the width of the ruler, because it's a lot easier to do that, to draw my foundations. Now the foundations will be the bit that holds the bridge to the bank. They would be built out of concrete, and again I'm just going to use my ruler just to keep it really simple. Simple measurements here. Let's make it 6 centimeters going down. Okay, and then the gap in between the bridge, let's make it 20 centimeters. That will go up like so. 6 centimeters going across. Whoops, I've thrown my pencil away. 6 centimeters going across and down. And now we've got our 2 concrete pillars. They are going to be the bit that's going to hold the bridge together. Now I'm going to be drawing my design across. I decided that my design is going to go straight across, so I'm going to leave a little bit of room and then just outline where the bridge is going to be. I'm not going to push on hard. I'm going to outline where things are. Now in real life this bridge is around about 10 meters. So we've got 10 meters from this point to this point. Okay, now I'm going to be thinking more or less, if it's 10 meters, it's going to be more or less 2 or 3 centimeters to the handrail, and I could draw that across let's say 3 centimeters running across, and I've got my basic idea of where my person will be. My person's probably going to be about 7 centimeters ish, and they're going to be walking across the bridge like so. Now I'm going to start by building the basics of my bridge, and it's going to be a simple system of steel bars to start with, and that's my intended design. Going to be drawing across, so I've got my base here. That's going to be my base where people walk across, and then I'm going to start building my design. Now the first thing I want to do is find the middle, because generally speaking these bridges are symmetrical, so again I'm just going to give myself a reference point in the middle. Now I've drawn it all the way up top to bottom, so I know exactly where the middle is now, and I can start referencing my designs. Now I'm going to start from this corner and I'm going to join up with this point here, so let's measure it first. So let's make it 12 centimeters. So I'm going to take my point here, go across, and then go across to here, and now you can see that my basic design is going to be based upon a triangle. That's going to be my basic design. I'm going to have other triangles coming across, so I'm going to have them at 6 and 12. So I'm going to measure here 6 and 12, and I'm going to draw lines from the center going through those points very lightly. I'm going to draw my design going across like so, and I've got my basic design now. So this is going to be my basic design. There's going to be 3 segments, 3 triangles on either side, and then I'm going to embellish it with other designs. So I'm going to draw them in now. From the middle going up, I'm going to draw a line 8 centimeters, and I'm going to join that up with the other parts here. And I'm going to have another one at the base, 8 centimeters. 8's my lucky number, so I always use it in my designs. And I'm going to draw a line up going this way and up going that way. Now 9 times out of 10 these bridges will be symmetrical. You'll have a symmetrical design, and this is my basic design. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, so to make it look better, I'm going to start emphasizing how big these lines would be. So where do they cross? What's the main part? So the main parts are going to be these lines here. So I'm going to press on a little bit harder now. I'm going to keep my lines nice and straight, but I'm going to give them a little bit of weight. I'm going to give them 2 or 3 millimeters so they look like a steel bar. So if you can imagine a bar of steel, like a scaffolding pole or something like that, something with a bit of weight to it, and that is going to be how I'm going to establish my design. Now these are going to go first. It's going to be the main design of these lines here, the ones I did first. So let's join these up. And then the other main line is going to be this one here. So I'm going to join that up like so, and like this, like so. And you can see now that my idea is progressing well. There we go, got my main structure. Now these other lines are going to be secondary, so I'm going to draw them as if they're behind the first lot. So I'm going to draw the first lines in front, and these lines are going to go behind. So you can clearly see here that that line is behind that one. Just makes it look better. So that's going to go up to here, and that's going to go to here. And for the other one here, I'm going to draw it behind all the other ones. So they're going to draw behind that one, behind that one, and behind that one. And same with this on this side. I'm going to draw the line behind, behind, behind. So if I was making this, physically making it, I would know which order things would go on. The central one I'm going to make larger because it is my central post. So instead of making it 2 or 3 millimeters, I'm going to make it slightly bigger, so it's just got a bit more presence in the middle of the design. Now adding to this, I could have my handrail running across, and my handrail would be inside. It would be behind all these lines. I'm going to draw that in like so, and the handrail would go all the way to the edge of the bridge. There we go, and it would go here, going up to here. Okay, so that would be the handrail that people would hold on to as they walked across the bridge. There we go, and that's just giving you an indication of where it would be. So there we go. Now there's my design. It's all triangles. It's made of triangles, and all engineering feats are made of triangles. If you think of the Eiffel Tower, if you think of the Golden Gate Bridge, Blackpool Tower, they're all made of triangles, and this will ensure that it's very cost effective, it's easy to make. There's virtually nothing to replace, nothing will get damaged, but it's still quite an exciting design. Now from this point here, I could think about all different types of things to embellish my design to make it better. We could have, I don't know, pieces of glass or colourful plastic or something rainbow, I don't know. But at this stage, this is going to be my design going forward, okay? So in the lesson, you need to be at this stage. It needs to be a very accomplished, measured design where things are in the more or less the right proportion, and we can see exactly how the bridge would work. I don't want to see anybody using freehand lines. You use a ruler, sharp pencil, you measure everything. And this is what it should look like. It should look like an architect's drawing. This is not an art lesson. We're engineering now, and we're thinking about, if I was going to make this, I could make it. How would I make it? You know, how would these parts go together? What would be these parts here? These connection points, how would they come together? So I'm thinking about my design as I'm drawing, and that's the whole point, okay? So once you're done, you need to upload your work. It needs to be high quality, and please put on as much information as you can, okay? So thank you very much, hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you soon.